Hello. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? Hi, Irina. Tudo bem? Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome to another episode of Hot Mom Live Conversations. This is Hot Mom. Welcome to the month of February. This is our very first episode for the month of February, and we intend to talk all things love. And if you know, February is the month of love, of red. So yeah, welcome. I'll be joined today by my co-hosts, A.B. Obiora Ikediong and Dr. Ifechi Ume, if available. Hi TikTok, hi Instagram, hi Facebook. Thank you guys for joining us. Before I get into the topic, let me quickly advertise a business. Okay, let me quickly advertise a business before I bring my co-host in. I've seen her, she has joined on Facebook, but let me quickly advertise this business. So our business for today, like I said, I'll be advertising a business every time I come online. I will try to be doing that. So if you have a small business that you're trying to promote, you can send to my inbox on any of the social media handles, and I'll talk with you behind the scene, and then I can promote your business for free. It's for free. I'm not charging anything, it's for free. So today's business promotion is for our caretaker. So if you own a property in Nigeria that you are constantly worrying about, you own a property in Nigeria that you're constantly worrying about, our caretaker will take care of your property for you. They are a property management company. So they will screen your tenants for you, they will do your rent collection. They have a platform, they don't do it physically, so everything is on the platform. They will do your rent collection, maintenance of the property, they will verify the tenant, seamless transaction and all that. Everything is done on the platform, where you as a landlord will also have access to. So you see everything, and you're able to, if tenants request for any maintenance work, you can also see everything and approve everything online for them to carry on with the maintenance work. Yeah. So our caretaker is the name of the company. They have all their social media handles. You can go there and check them out. Their website is www.ourcaretaker.org/landlords. www.ourcaretaker.org/landlords. And their phone number is +234 703 938 6458. I can personally vouch for this company because I know the CEO, and I can assure you that your property in Nigeria or anywhere else, because this thing is done online, your property is safe, even though you are not on ground. So contact them so that they can manage your property for you seamlessly. And let's also use this platform to encourage small businesses back home, right? So try them out, check them out. I know them personally. You can send me inbox as well. If you want more details, I can also give you that. So yeah, that's for our caretaker. So my two co-hosts are here. Let me bring them on. Hi, Dr. Ifechi, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. As you can see, my red lipstick, the month of love.
That's great. Abby's not joining.
She is, but I'm trying to. Okay, I'm adding her now. Yes, I
Okay.
tried to, but the thing said I couldn't add her, so I was just waiting. But now she's coming.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah. I was in the meeting. I had to jump out to to catch up since I missed the last two ones. I wanted to be on this one. Um,
Oh,
yeah, Abby, how you doing?
I'm fine, Ifechi. Ifechi, how are you today? I can't
I'm
hear
doing
you,
great.
Eziri. I don't know if you're not talking, but I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Doc.
Okay.
I can hear you, Doc. Yeah.
can you hear?
All right, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
Yeah, I'm
hear you.
beginning to.
Okay. Okay. So how are you now?
Very well. How are you too?
I'm good. Please welcome my co-host Ifechi, Dr. Ifechi, to the live show today. And also, Abi Obiora Ikejo. As you can see, she's here in all glitz and glamour, right? I always say she's the Ankara fashionista. She's here to show you the African way, to pop in your beauty. And that's it, she's popping. Okay. Our doctor is wearing something to cover himself because it's cold, right? Me, I'm helping myself with my heater on the side. So, yeah, welcome everybody to the month of February, the month of love. Yeah, it's going to be Valentine's Day very soon. And as you can see, I can already feel the excitement in the air. A lot of excitement. It's going to be a lot of excitement for some people, and probably for others, it might be a time of being lonely. They've been lonely all along, but it's going to be a time for them to really feel that, oh, I'm really so lonely, because that's what it does. So yeah, what we're going to talk about today, it's love. What does love really mean? What does love really mean? Is it just about the romance, or it's deeper than that? Is it just about the butterflies and the puppy love? I mean, all that is beautiful, beautiful. The emotion, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But can love also, we know that at some point, love can turn sour. And I would say that that is the love. But before we go into, know that point we've been loved, or we've been loved, and we have also loved, right? We have also loved. So why do people crave love? Why do we crave love? Or why do we want to love people? The need for connection, the need for companionship. Sometimes it could even be about validation, because we have this feeling we want it validated, right? It could be that as well. So, guys, we are here to talk about love. Let's just have it as a conversation. Love, what does love mean? In the past, we've heard that love, there's a thin line between love and hate. We've heard that in the past. Is it true? We've had our own various experiences as well. But recently, we've been hearing a lot of stories. In fact, sometimes I feel very bad that every time we come on the live, it's some bad things happening around relationships, around love that we are talking about. I think we should find a way to see how we can make talk about topics that are more about positive psychology, positivity, so that we too can feel better. Because sometimes after talking about all these things and going back and listening to the live, I feel really down that this is where we are, especially in our country. Well, it's all over the world, but I'm very vested in what goes on in my country. So every time I'm speaking here, I'm speaking like from that context, right? But we can go all around. We can go all around. Recently, it's been a lot of like bad stories around relationships, around love, and the one that is really standing out right now, that is still buzzing on the internet, is the demise of a certain Dr. Ikenna. May his soul rest in peace. But that was love, that also went sour at some point. And this is what I would refer to as the dark side of love. I don't want to go into that story because it's still, as far as I'm concerned, a developing story. And as much as possible, I don't want to go into that. So yeah. So I just want to say that in this month of Valentine, a lot of love is going to happen. Maybe some people are already preparing to go into relationships, go and do their marriage, because if you've been together for a while and it's a good time, Christmas, Easter, seasons like this, they are good times for people to plan and do their weddings and stuff. Guys, just have a rethink. Think about who you are going out with. Think about who you're falling in love with. They say, like you said in our last live, a broken relationship is better than a failed marriage. Yeah, a failed marriage. I still believe in marriage. I'm sure we are all married. We still believe in marriage. Yeah. So on that note, I would like to say that look out for you who is trying to look out for somebody this February. Look out for someone who is kind. Someone who is kind. Even the scripture says, love is patient, love is kind. Marry someone who is kind. With kindness comes some other virtues and values. Get together with someone who has the same kind of value system, as you. I mean, it's not, sometimes it may not be possible to have 100% compatibility, but I mean, you can try to get something that is close to what you really, really want, and be patient about it. Don't rush, because every other person is getting into a relationship. You must also get into a relationship. Don't rush it. The end goal should be getting together with someone who you'll be able to make your life beautiful with at the end of the day. And talking about the dark side of life, that doesn't just happen in relationships. It also happens in talking about love and the dark side of love. You can love can happen between two people, yeah. Love is also there in families. Love is there in families. Love is there between friends. But all these different categories of love can go sour at some point, which is why you see that someone that you called a close friend can actually annihilate you because they want to use you for money. Yeah, that's where you see things like that. And it also happens in family. Parents selling. The other day I saw the news of a mother selling her child to get money. You cannot tell me that she doesn't love that child. So all those things happen. As sad as they sound, these things are out there. So, yeah, may we all find true love. And may we all find it and nurture it. May we have the strength, may God give us the strength to nurture our love. Because love is not just about the butterflies, about the emotions and the attractions. It's about the work we also put in. So at this point, I don't know anywhere you want to chime in, guys. Just let's give the room to the female first. So yeah, Dr. Ifechi, are you time bound?
Yeah, I need
Do I
to.
have to speak
I
first?
need to leave.
Oh,
I need to leave at exactly 12 o'clock.
oh, okay. Okay, so you. Okay, so you speak first. You
No,
speak
if you
first.
can speak. Maybe you can, ladies first. Maybe speak first, then I speak.
You're time bound. You can go first. No problem.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, the love, the topic and about love, is a very complex one, and they have different categories of love. Uh, you have filial love, which is relationship love between man and woman. You have agape love, which is one that you love somebody unconditionally, just without anything, just like the person. So, depending on where we are coming from, depending on the season of love that we are in, which is Valentine, which is a Valentine season, which is a period where lovers celebrate Saint Valentine for the feast of love. So just time for affection showing and trying to connect with people that you love, and show them some appreciation and connection. So love is something that can be defined just easily. It comes from different things, and some love breeds from different areas. There might be something that you really really appreciate, something that you can make sacrifice for, to be. That's what's called love. So when a woman tries to marry you or marries you, um, she's marrying you because maybe she cares about you or she loves you. So the love there is showing you that I'm making sacrifice to come and live with you, answer your name, and be your spouse or partner or whatever. Then for the man too, the man is making a sacrifice to say, you know what, I'm making a decision to take care of you. Um, Stay by you, stand by you, be your, be your protector, be your security, be your safety, and I'm able to make sacrifices to make sure that we all live together. So that's the filial love. When it comes to the regular agape love, you can connect with someone like a friend or a colleague or anything, and you guys just care and appreciate each other. You want progress in each other's lives. That's also a sign of love. You try to help people. Like I did mention, if you have kindness, it brings a lot of things. So depending on the way you see it, love is a very deep stuff, and nobody kind of really has the true definition of love. But we just feel that affinity, which means affection for one another, in terms of you kind of appreciate what the other person does, you kind of admire the other person's qualities and all that. So all those breed kind of likeness. So love is a kind of likeness that goes above a normal likeness, that makes you connect with the individual, and you guys kind of have a connection, interaction, and you guys have deep relationship that make you guys can go to the length of making sacrifice for each other. That's the way, for me, I see love. So when it comes in terms of relationships, like I did mentioned, some of the love going south, breaking up and all that. I remember love is an emotion. Okay, so depending on the level that you see yourself, you understand love differently. Some people understand love as a man giving a woman money, or a woman giving a man money, or a woman giving a woman anything. They understand as love. But love, I believe, supersedes all that, because love is a state where you are ready to make deep sacrifice for one another, making sure that you guys come out tops. You guys want the good for each other. You guys want to be happy with each other, and that's the way I see love. So children, when born to parents, parents admire them and like them and cater for them. That's a sign of responsibility and love. So for me, if you bring out a child to the world, you have to take care of that child. When you do the things that you do for the child, does not mean you love the child. It means your responsibility. But when you go an extra length to make sure that that child doesn't die, that child doesn't get the best of education and everything, that means it's love. Okay, so that's the way I see love. So love is very deep. No one definition for what I care. So but depends on the way you handle it and the way you look at it. It means different thing for different folks. So when it comes to relationships, breaking down like the story of a young man, that took his life because he was asked to pay child support. Nobody is just a one. For now, it's a one story route. Nobody has given the other parties story, but those were not here to discuss people. So I don't like to discuss people because you have to leave it to the authorities to decipher and find out what really happened. Nobody knows what happened. So nobody also knows whether it's mental health illness and all that. So all the thing is like what Edri said before you go into a relationship, always be practical and go into a relationship with people with like minds. One party might be there to rip off the other one, the other party might be there, then the other person understands, then issues pop up. So love is an emotion, and an emotion is aspires. Sometimes what you see somebody and start marrying the person and think, okay, you love the person. Meanwhile, you didn't really love the person. You only just infatuated. You just attracted to the person because of what benefits you were getting. So when those things are out, then you see that you didn't really love the person. So for me, love is a deep relationship stuff, and it's individual and depending on how each individual defines it. So you cannot really define love. That's my take.
Mm. Thank you so much, Dr. Ifechi. AB disappeared. I'm trying to add her again. I've tried like 3 times. It just says adding. I hope we're able to. Is the connection failed? I don't know. Anyway, so moving on. We'll just go on like a discussion, right? We'll just discuss self-love. I feel like people should, there is a certain school of people who don't think that self-love should be a thing, that self-love is negative, that when you preach self-love, that it's negativity, that you're coming from a negative point of view. But I don't think so. I think people should truly learn to love themselves. Because if you don't love yourself, it is only when you love yourself that you do things to yourself that would be attractive to people when they see you. Attractive now, not just physical, yeah? So things that are coming to my mind are like, if you love yourself, you will not use your body as a dumping ground and just eat anyhow. Hello, AB. I'm trying to add you.
You can log out and come back again, then you can add her. Tell
Mia,
her to sign out.
Mia,
No, tell Abby to sign out and come back again.
she's actually liking the live. Okay, swipe out, and then come back. It's showing adding again. Swipe out, then restart or something, and then try to come back.
Yeah, because that's the best way to come back. Otherwise, since she's already logged on, it's not going to be able to add. So look at it.
Leave Facebook and then come back.
Yeah.
So if you love yourself, that is when you will not eat anyhow. Maybe if you love yourself, you take care of yourself. You have a lot of self-care routines, take care of yourself physically, mentally. You be in a good place, in a good shape of mind and body. And that looks attractive. That is when you can attract someone else. But if you just leave your body like that, just let you don't have self-love, you don't exude self-love, that you actually love and appreciate yourself. If you don't have that, people looking at you will see what do you call it? The lack of self-worth that you have, and it's not a thing to be attracted to. Now we're talking about Valentine in terms of relationships now, yeah. So in that regard, I would say that self-love is very key. And okay, she's here. She's out. Okay, she's here. So that will welcome back.
Sorry, I don't know what happened. I just saw myself out of
Okay.
here.
Okay. You want to go on now?
You were saying something. Continue.
So let me finish. So all those things like self-love that I was talking about is something that is attractive. People see you. So for instance, if I go to a restaurant, I like giving this example. If you go to a restaurant and order for food, yeah, and you just order your plate is just heaped up, people looking at you people always look, yeah, they will look at your food and they will see what that food is made of. And that tells people, it sends a message to people, the kind of person you are, seeing the kind of food that you're eating. Those days, I will say this story. When I was living in Ghana, there's this restaurant that we used to go. So for the first time we went there, that was the first time I saw that the heap of rice from one person. And I could see ladies downing that thing. Yeah. But me and my children will just arrange it and we'll eat it. And we'll be okay. So if I was a guy, like what I want to say now is what I even tell people from time to time. If I'm a guy, for me to choose a lady, I will not choose a lady that eats so much, because I don't like, that is one thing I don't like. Maybe others will like that, but that's me, yeah. So those are some of the things. You see someone that does fitness, for instance. These are the things I like to do. So those are the examples that readily come to mind. You do fitness. It sends a message to people that look at you and they are like, okay, this person takes good care of them. This person is not tacky. This person is somebody that is conscious about living well. Those are the things. And those things are attractive to the opposite sex. Let me put it that way. So if you're a woman, if you're a guy, and you do things like you're choosy about what you wear, about what you eat, about how the kind of things you read, or even the kind of movies you watch. I would not want to be in a relationship. For instance, that's me if I'm a guy. I would not want to be with a relationship with a lady that all she does is telemundo. I don't I don't like it. Do you understand? It sends me it sends me this kind of I don't know how to express it, but that's just me. Or somebody who just does Nollywood, that's what they love. Instead of watching some intellectual things or listening to the news, I like listening to the news. I like to know what's happening around me. So you might be different. I'm just saying this. So depending on the kind of person you're looking for, try to be that for yourself. Try to be that. You want somebody who who should love you a particular way. You want somebody to take you out. Have you taken yourself out? In the last how many years, have you taken yourself out? Have you given yourself a good time? Do you know what it means to give yourself a good time? Have you done it for yourself? But you're waiting for somebody to do that for you. Show yourself some love. Love yourself the way you want to be loved. And it will be attractive to people around. So that's it for now. Thank you, guys. Maybe you can take more.
Okay. Yeah. It's a good thing we are talking about love because this is the month of love, and from now till I think the whole month of February, even if Valentine is on the 14th, people will still profess and talk about love, and we'll just be saying love. We'll be hearing love things and saying love things. So this thing called love, what is love actually? The Holy Book has described it. Novels have described it, but what is your own personal definition of love? For me, I say love is the pivot on which the earth rotates, because everything we do in life, there has to be love has to be involved in everything we do in life. You're being friends with somebody, in fact, anywhere you are, you have to, you love has to come into play. And the Bible says love is patient, love is kind, love is sacrificial. What are the sacrifices we make for love? What are those things we do for love? Love takes a process. You have to love yourself first before you think of loving the other person. So what are you doing? What are those things you show to yourself that you love yourself? Even the Holy Book says, love your neighbor as yourself. So before you get into the love process in its entirety, how do you love yourself? Because I heard Ediri mentioned and I heard Dr. mentioned a lot of things. The sacrifices you make, how do you make those sacrifices? Before now, they say love is blind. People fall in love, and some people tell you love, you can fall in love and you can fall out of love. Forget those butterflies. When you fall in love, you know the butterflies, your stomach churns, you just feel like seeing this person every day. Everything you do revolves around the person. Your day is not complete without seeing the person or hearing from the person. You go through that process, then at a point you get steady. You know that, okay, if this person doesn't call me, maybe this person is at work. Or you get to that stage where you now know how the person operates. So you know that, well, if the person doesn't call me in the morning, I know that the person is at work. If the person does not call me in the afternoon, I know that the person will definitely call me before I sleep and all of that. But what sacrifice, what are the things people do for love? Love is a crazy thing, and I know we have all experienced love. We have experienced love that, or sometimes at some point in our lives, we have seen love that we will be asking ourselves, oh my God, where were you before now? Where were you all my life? Because you experienced the bitter part of love. But when love is a sweet thing, you experience it, it stays, you nurture it. It's not, it's a, it's involving. You really have to give in to it. You have to make a lot of sacrifices. Edwin, you were mentioning somebody watching Telemundo. Maybe that, and like you said, it could be the person's it could be what the person likes. And then you meet a guy that likes boxing. You people need to get to a compromise. You need to get to a point where my Telemundo goes, your boxing goes, and we still understand ourselves. But what I am actually concerned about is the crazy things people do for love. People go overboard for love. And I need to ask you people, does it really have to be that? People kill for love. People do a lot of things. You see a lot of things and you hear lots of stories. Oh, this person is in love with me and I have to be the only person in this person's life. If this person as much as bats an eyelid with the other person, no, I'm jealous. I'll shoot. Sorry, I'll just do anything to gain the person's love. But I just think shouldn't love shouldn't be forceful. Love is a natural thing that when it comes or when you experience it, you nurture it, you pamper it, and you just allow it. You just allow it to grow. So those crazy things people do for love, do you call those crazy things people do for love? Do you call those the act? Do you call it love? You know the crazy things people do for love. Oh, in fact, I'm asking you guys. Let's talk about it. What are the crazy things people do for love?
So I know that people go as far as taking the name of the person they love to Babalawo or to their pastor to pray. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. I know that people can sell their properties just to secure this love, to buy your love. But guys, love cannot be bought. Love cannot be bought. Love can make people to submit their finances, the control of their finances. These are crazy things that people do for love. Love is that powerful. Love is that powerful. If you love somebody so much and you do not want to lose them, if you're at that place where you do not want to lose this person, you will submit to everything they want you to do. But I think that is wrong for the guy, if he's for the other person, guy or girl. If they are coming from a place of manipulation because they now know that you love them and they are trying to control you with their wealth, trying to control you with whatever, control your emotions, that becomes, you're now in a toxic place. You're now in a toxic place. So I think that's my contribution to that. Dr. Ifechi, what do you have? Okay, maybe you want to speak again.
Yeah, well,
Yes.
I mean, the crazy things people do for love, you know,
Yeah.
people do a lot of things, but it's just, for me, what I think about it is um, desperation. When that means even the love you're looking for is not even ideal because love sees no wrong. Love is considerate, love is kind. So when anything starts going haywire, then they know that the other party is not in love again. They're just in lust. So that's what I see. There's difference between love and lust. So when you lust after somebody, you don't really love the person. You're only there for what you gain. Which is what's happening in many relationships. People are there because of what they stand to gain. Either you stand to gain being with the lady, or you stand to gain being with the man, or you stand to gain the lady's money, or stand to get the man's influence, or stand to get the lady's influence and all that. So when you attach conditions to the relationship, that's no longer love. It's just a symbiotic cohabitation. That's not love. So this is why I define it. If you love somebody, if they tell you they don't have money, if you have, you're gonna give to them and say, don't worry about the money. If you love somebody, if they tell you they don't have money, or your wife or your girlfriend or whoever, they tell you they don't have money, or they have issues, that you think is something that you can support them on. You guys come together and work out something and say, okay, you know what, let's think about, can we solve this problem in another 1 week or 2 weeks, or how do we go about solving the problem? For me, all those crazy things people do for love is not worth it, because once you start going way out to inconvenience yourself to support your partner, that means you no longer love each other. I mean, you're putting yourself in danger. Some men go as much as to go borrow money from other men to buy their wives cars, and they don't have the money because they just want to please their wives. So if everybody knows you, I mean, you know yourself, you know your worth, you know what you can afford. There's no need. If you start pretending for somebody who you call your girlfriend or your wife, when would it stop? You know? So you just be, for me, be realistic and do not hold anything don't hold anything very tight, because it's the act of being desperate that causes all these stupid acts. So that's what I call it. So depends on what you want. Remember, you came to this life alone, and you're gonna go alone. And remember what Edili said. You know, you have to have self-love for yourself. If you don't love yourself first, you can't love another person. Love is something internal. Is an emotion. It's something that comes from within. You really need to love yourself before you can love another person. If you don't admire yourself, you cannot admire another person strongly. Then understand that love is like a flower. It's watered. Okay. When you're in a relationship, you keep on understanding the person, keep on building on your relationship, keep on doing those things that make two of you happy, not make something that makes only you happy. When only you is happy, then that means it's selfishness. And in any relationship, one person holds the relationship, or both parties hold the relationship. It's a principle. So you can have a very vibrant wife. For them to stay in the same house, the man has to be cool. The man has to be the one that will say, hey, we are going to scatter the house today. The man will say, don't scatter the house yet. Wait before you scatter the house. To dose down the tension. But if you marry a man who say, I'm going to scatter the house now, the woman will laugh and say, hey, the one that people that have started scattering the house, will never see them finish. So you see, these are like two things. But if the man is a rash person, and the wife is a rash person, that place is going to explode. So for you to love, like Ediri said, you need to understand the next person. There has to be a meeting point. There has to be an understanding. Everything is not fight. Everything is not desperation. Okay? So, and before you really love someone, you need to take time to know their do's and don'ts, know their weak points, know their strengths. Like some people, let me give you an instance. Some people are number driven. Okay? You ask them for anything, before you know what is there, they're thinking at the numbers. Okay, this is gonna do this is gonna do that. Some people are emotionally driven. Oh, if we don't do this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen, it's gonna, so you need to understand who you're dealing with. What is their thinking pattern? How do they reason? What is their emotional strength? Some people, when they cry in love, once they cry, that love is gone, because that cry is the end of the emotion. It disappears. Some people, when they start laughing so much, that love is gone. So you need to understand the emotional well-being and emotional makeup of your partner to be able to love, because love is just an emotion. Let me give you an instance.
Before you give the instance, by the time you go realize, say, this laugh where this person they laugh, it means the love is gone. Or by the time you realize that they cry that this person is crying, it means the love is gone. By that time, it's already too late. By the time you realize,
no, no, it's not too late, because what I say it's not too late is like, when that happens, it kind of reset the situation. But you, the parties that are involved, would have known long time ago. It's not like mystery. If somebody tells you that, please do not curse me whenever I have an issue with you, but each time you have a relationship problem with your spouse or your wife or your husband, you go out and rain curses, knowing that that's what's going to trigger the person to get mad. You already indirectly abusing that person in that relationship. So when anything happens, is a point whereby the person is showing you that emotion to be able to get back or to be able to exit. So it's for you to explore at what level it is at that time. So the instance I wanted to give you is this. A man meets a lady who is 18 years old and starts to train her in school. After 4 years, the lady graduates and comes and tells the man, like, sorry, I can't marry you. What is the problem? There is no problem. The only problem is that at the emotional state you met her at the age of 18, she does not have the right decisions to make a decision for herself. And you already invested out of your own emotion that you're training somebody without letting her know that this is your intention. From the lady's part, she say, okay, this person is helping me, supporting me, giving me support. Maybe her parents are not wealthy, or she doesn't have a means to go to school. Then when she comes out and she's now matured and she's not able to reason properly, she looks at you and say, hey, I can't marry a mechanic. I'm a graduate. There's the level of thinking will not be the same, because anything she does, maybe you give her a slap because you trained her in school. Don't you know I trained you? Don't you I made you who you are? Then you put it to her face every minute. The lady is going to walk away. If you insist, okay, I'll do emotional blackmail and say, you must stay here because I spent money on you, or your people will pay me back money, she will stay. But you will never get the natural. So she's just doing it as if she's paying you back for what you did for her. Likewise, a man who a woman goes to go and marry with the intention that you're going to control the man. No, you're not going to be successful, because everybody is all set. The woman is set, the man is set in their ways. You cannot change anybody. You only pray that somebody has a change of heart and attitude. But for you to change the makeup of what somebody can do, you can't. You're just wasting your time. So that's what many folks go into relationship, not understanding even why they're going into relationship. When you see a man going after a woman today, maybe she's going after the woman because of her wealth, her physical attributes, and all that. Down the line, the woman might have issues, or the woman's physique, everything changes out of childbirth or all those things. Then the man does not get attracted physically anymore, and the man says, okay, I'm out. The woman didn't cause any problem. It's just that emotion, those attributes, those things that attracted the person is gone. So it's only character that keeps a woman or a man in a relationship, your behavior. So that's why I said from the first instance, love is a very deep stuff that none of us here can really define. And no one, it doesn't have a one straight jacket. It's not one size fits it all. It depends on the situation. And love is reciprocal. The way you treat somebody, that's the way they can treat you back. That's my take.
Oh, the professor no. Professor
Yes, sir. The doctor said love is a word, is a work, is an action that nobody can really define. Yes, because truly, when we see people, sometimes we all do that. We see people and we see the people they are in love with, and we say, now wow, waiting this one see for this man body self, where she dey follow am, or waiting this man even see for this woman body. Love and beauty, they are in the eyes of the beholder. So, but love should be devoid of manipulation. Don't manipulate people to love you, or because of love don't manipulate people. You see some people in some relationships, maybe when the woman serves her husband food, the husband makes it compulsory for the woman to sit and watch him eat till he finishes. Like, you can't serve me and go somewhere else. No, if I want to sit and watch you eat, it should be something I want to do, not because I am forced to do it. And they will now tell you, you don't love me. If you love me, you should do this for me. If you love me, you should do that for me. If I love you, if I say I love you, you don't have to tell me the things I'll do for you. Don't manipulate me into buying a car for you to show my love. Particularly this season, a lot of people will be angry. Edwin's husband bought this for her. Ifechi bought this for his wife. My own now, they did not give me anything. It's not comparison at all, at all. It's what you want and how you want it. You don't have to give me flowers to show me or for me to understand that you love me. You've been doing things all over. I see the way you show me love in other ways. So your love for me does not have to be gift based. That's just what I'm trying to say. Don't let's not in love, let's not manipulate people to do the things we want. If you love me, you must go this mile with me. If you love me, you must, you understand? We know people that, I know people and they have like 6 children, maybe 6 boys, and you still see them getting pregnant. My husband say me, I must born boy for him, or I must born girl for him. And you risk your life, you risk a lot of things. It shouldn't be that. If you have 6 boys or 6 girls, your husband should just be content. He should just appreciate you for those things and not force you to go the extra mile for them.
You
The
know, those ones,
sacrifices.
they are a bit more cultural, so it's going to be difficult. If a man wants a
Okay.
boy child, he wants a boy child because of his culture. We speaking here might not change that because it is embedded in some cultures. Do you understand? But that doesn't stop us from speaking. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I gotta
So
leave.
Yeah, Ifechi, before you leave, I want to speak to one thing that you said about where is it again? Oh God, sorry, more. Okay, those relationships that you see that when was it you that spoke about it? I can't remember. That when you see that the two people, when you see them, you feel like, waiting if you attract this man to this woman, say, or waiting if you attract this man, marry this man, say.
That's Baby, not me. The baby
Because
that
that's
said it,
right.
not me.
Okay, those relationships are actually the strongest, and there's a scientific reason why. But I mean, time may not allow me to explain all that. But yeah, that's that. If you want to go, it's fine. Me and Ebi
All
will round up. Thank
all
you
right, see you
for
guys.
joining us for today.
thank you, Dr.
All right,
Ifechi. Hope to see you next week.
thank,
Uh,
thank you.
Yep. Yeah.
And then I wanted to address, okay, I remember now what I wanted to address that he said. Where a woman feels the pressure, maybe where a woman feels the pressure to stay with you because you sent her to school. He was the one that spoke about sending a lady to school and all that, yeah? When it's a point where she now force herself to stay with you, to marry you, because you sent her to school. I don't think that marriage will have a beautiful future, because it's not about her just marrying you and staying with you. Are you okay?
Yes, I am.
Okay. It's not about this lady just getting married to this person and just staying with them. It's how beautiful that marriage, that relationship, the nurturing and everything that will go on in the relationship. That is what matters. So for somebody who is kind of forced to stay because she has the certain constraints, her parents are kind of now like indebted to this person, and she has nowhere to run to, nowhere to go to, so she has to stay in the marriage. Those relationships are not healthy. And I would use this opportunity to speak to the guys. If you sent anybody to school, ladies train guys in school as well. If that is your situation and this other person no longer wants to stay in this relationship again, let them go. Let them go. We are how many billion in the world? Almost 8 billion people, right? In the world. You can always find somebody else. I know that once you have connected with somebody, it's not easy to break it. We spoke about this last week. That bond is not difficult to, it's not easy to break it, but it is always better for the sake of your future, the future of that relationship. And if at all you're going to have children, for the sake of the children, for the sake of that relationship, it is better for you to let things go now while you still can look for somebody else. So yeah, that's it from me. Is there anything you want to add before you say your last words?
Love is a process. Let's all learn how to love. Love is not something we just jump into. You don't just see a cute guy or a beautiful woman and say you're in love with this person. You need to allow love take the process. The likeness, friendship, then you get to love, and then all the other things involved. Let's love not be manipulative. Let us give love the free chance it deserves. Let it not be forced. And let us learn wisely. Let us learn to love wisely too. Love is a sweet thing that everybody needs to taste and everybody needs to enjoy.
Thank you so much, Eddie. I will end. I like the fact that we are always trying to end on time. I will end this way. This month of February, some of my sisters will be rushing to go and do body enhancement so that they can look good and all that, including BBL. They might be out there wanting to do all those things so that they can catch their dream man. Don't self. It is not about those artificial things. Yeah, it is not about that. I also want to say that the crazy things people do for love, there are a lot. If you want to know more, go back and watch the live, yeah? But don't feel pressured. Remember self-love, and do not be desperate. You have already said that. Do not be desperate. If you have to, finally, if you have to suffer, in order to love, I think it is no longer love. If you have to suffer, we all know the definition of suffer. If you have to suffer to love, it's no longer love. Open your ears, keep your tentacles at alert. This Valentine, make it no rough for you, because whatever decision you take now will determine your future. So that's it. Thank you so much, and thank you for the I will see you guys again next week, same time, for another explosive topic around love and all of that. We'll come back with an explosive topic. So stay tuned, guys, and have a good week ahead. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
I'll see you
See
again.
you.
Yeah.